Of most of those graduates, only a few of them will probably go the extra mile and obtain a certification. Welcome to Debt Free in IT. I'm your host, Mike. This podcast is for anyone who's looking to get into the IT industry, whether it's for a career change or you're just interested. I think you come to the right place. So for many of us in the IT industry, you often hear us talk about certifications. I know if you watched any one of my videos, you definitely heard me talk about certifications. One of the reasons that I encourage certifications is because a certification is the one thing that can make you stand out in your area, especially in your area of expertise. The way I look at it is you have plenty of people graduating every year from college with some form of IT degree. Of most of those graduates, only a few of them will probably go the extra mile and obtain a certification. So in my eyes, if you want to stand out, I would say get a degree. And then after you get that degree, come out of that school with a certification. And then if you live in a small town or area, that number gets even smaller. So if you're in a small town, I remember when I graduated and I had a CCNA. I didn't meet nobody else with a CCNA till I got a job at the hospital and I was in another town. So that just goes to show that in a small town, that number gets even smaller from those that have a degree and certification. So most people, like I said, they don't want to go the extra mile and get that certification. So getting that certification, I think, will definitely make you stand out to any kind of employer in the future. And then also, I'm not saying that getting a certification is going to solve all your job problems, but I can't think of any time someone getting a certification has hurt them in any way or form. And of course, you're going to always have some people that don't believe in certifications. You're going to have those people that say certifications don't mean anything. So today I got my top 3 benefits I think getting a certification will provide for you in the IT industry. So the first benefit I think that getting a certification in the IT industry, of course, is going to be a salary increase. So when it comes to salary, there's only a couple ways I can think of for you to get an increase. One way is just getting your annual increase that your job offers. So just doing your job, making sure you're not getting behind on anything. And then once that year come around, most jobs give an annual increase. So that's one way. The second way I can think of is switching jobs or switching companies. So either going to another job within your company or leaving your company, going to another outside company. And then the final way is getting a certification for a role that you're currently doing or a role you're trying to get into. So a lot of times what will happen is this certification will often help you to build a case for moving to another position or moving up. So it'll help you build your case for a promotion. If you're in desktop, that could mean that getting an A+ certification. I've saw some companies that will encourage you to get a certification. So they may say that, okay, you're in this desktop role. So if you get this A+ certification that goes along with your job, we'll give you a certain percentage increase to your salary. And then if you're in networking, let's say you're a technician, getting your CCNA could help you to become an analyst or an administrator. And then let's say you work that for a year or two. And then it could mean that, okay, getting your CCNP certification is going to help you get that promotion to move up to the engineer level. So at each point of these, I think that certification is valuable for helping to prove that you're ready for a promotion, especially after you got the experience. And then also, like I said, with some jobs, just getting a certification that pertains to your job, some companies will automatically give you a pay increase. So those are some ways that I think the certifications is going to help you to get more money in your pockets. The second benefit to getting a certification is increased marketability. So most employers know how certifications can bring specialized skills and knowledge to the table. So obtaining a new certification in a new technology, or let's say an up-and-coming technology, I think that can definitely make you more marketable. So one certification that comes to my mind is the Cisco DevNet certification. So this certification is pretty much merging networking, the network engineer, along with the software developer. So in my eyes, I think this is where the future of networking is slowly going. And also with having the ability to deploy changes and configurations on the network with the use of code so that everything is uniform. I think that more and more companies is going to start to go this route. So as more companies start to go this route, the first thing I think they're going to do is start putting out jobs looking for someone with this skill set or the knowledge base. And then one way for them to verify that someone has this skill set or this knowledge base is that ask for this certification. So they could say, okay, we're looking for a DevNet engineer, DevNet analyst. That way they can vouch that, okay, this person has this DevNet certification. They can go and look at that certification and make sure and verify that certification. But just getting that certification means that you have to know something about that area of technology or that area of expertise. You're not just going to get that certification on the fly. And then usually, just in case someone got the certification and don't know it, usually during the interview, they're going to be able to test you and question you and also have someone else there that knows that job role who can vouch and say, okay, yeah, this person knows what he's doing. And also with these changes like this, I think that is not just pertain to networking that's going to change. If you look at the IT industry, you can see where a lot of things have changed from where it currently was 10 years ago. So 10 years ago, there wasn't many companies using the cloud. So as you see, the cloud is probably used almost everywhere now. So there's always some kind of change that's going to happen in IT. So these certifications is one way to make you more marketable by proving that your skill set is where these changes are going. So you're kind of staying ahead of the curve where you see something coming and you know that, okay, this may be the future. So you go ahead and prepare for it. That way when companies start looking for it, you're already ready. You already got the certification that can validate your skill set. Sorry to interrupt this video. According to my YouTube analytics, 84% of my viewers are not subscribed. If I provided value to you in any one of my episodes and you're not subscribed, please consider doing so, as this does help out the channel. And also, if you're listening in your favorite podcasting app, please leave me a review and share this with a friend. Now back to the episode. And now my third and final benefit to getting a certification is going to be the ROI, return on investment. So for the time and the money that you invest in getting a certification, it gives you the greatest return on that investment. So not only does it validate your skills, it also is going to open up doors and create other opportunities for you within the IT industry. To me, getting one of these certifications is probably one of the best returns on your investment that you can do within the IT industry. So if you're trying to get into the industry, a certification could help you do that. And then even with a certification, you must stay up to date with your area of expertise. So it's not good to kind of have a certification like a CCNA. Then let's say you're going on an interview and you can't answer any networking questions that they ask you on the interview. You know, that's kind of a red flag. So once you get that certification, you want to stay up to date because you never know when you're going to get called. So in short, I think the certification is going to provide an excellent return on your investment, because if you think about it, if you're going for a networking role and you need that CCNA, the CCNA certification roughly costs about $340. Let's say you're in college, you get the discount, that drops it down to a little bit less. But even without the discount, $340. And then let's say you spend another $150 on the materials to study for this certification. And then let's say it take you about 3 to 4 months. You study for this certification, and then you end up getting a job where you're moving from, let's say, a help desk to a networking role. Usually a help desk to a networking role, that's probably going to be a couple $1,000 increase into your salary. So it could even be 10 or 15 more thousand than what you was making a help desk. So just look at how fast you was able to get that return on investment. So just from investing in $340 for the certification to take the test, then to the materials that you're going to use to study for the test, and then how that can lead to you getting an extra $10,000, $15,000 increase on your pay within a year. So that's the perfect return on your investment. And there's plenty of other certifications that can do the same. So that's why I say Cisco or IT certification in general, a lot of times it has a great return on investment for the cost and effort that you have to put in for these certifications. So if you have watched this far, please let me know what are your thoughts on certifications in the IT industry. Leave it in the comment section. That way we can start a conversation in the comment section and see what's going on in these streets. So if certifications have provided any kind of value to you, or let's say you're against certifications, let me know in the comments. So that brings me to the end of this episode. Hopefully you found some value in this episode. If you're watching on YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, or TikTok, you can follow me at DebtFriendIT. If you have any questions or comments, you can email me at debtfriendit@gmail.com. Other than that, I'll see you next week. Peace.